Well, people ask to see the dirt. Here's the dirt. Got a couple bags of Miracle-Gro garden soil. I've been buying it for a couple weeks, but getting a few plants going. This is what we bought the other day when we went to the doctor. This is my Christmas present. Big pile of dirt. We got 20 bags. They're about 40-pound bags a piece, I'd say. What most of them are. Yeah, we got 800 pounds of dirt. 800 pounds of compost and manure. I don't see a weight nowhere on them, but it's usually about what it weighs. So you can see what I spent my gift card from Lowe's on. I hope to plow this weekend. I've got to fix the front tire on the tractor. Might get to do that today or take it off today. I'll fix it tomorrow. It'll be dark before too long. But you see what we did, what we got. This probably won't be all of it, but this is the first load, I guess. Yeah, while we're outside walking around a little bit, here's my salad patch, I guess you call it. My turnip greens and my collard greens, my mustard greens, and a strip of kale out there. I've ate a few meals off of it. Miss Cindy ain't just real tickled over it, so I gotta get her to, I gotta find something she really likes, and I think I found it. It's the curly leaf kale. I got the broadleaf. I never growed much kale. I like it all, but the curly leaf just seemed to be a little sweeter to her, so we're going to plant some this spring, let it grow. See if we can get her tuned in on some greens. Maybe. I don't know. We're going to try it anyway. This was what I called the big garden last year. It's still probably the biggest as far as square footage, but garden number 4 is a lot bigger than you think it is. We ain't quite talked about how big it is yet, but square footage, it probably ain't as big as this one. This one's somewhere close to 3,000 square feet of garden space. Which ain't a lot, but if you plant it heavy and you work it hard and pushy plants, you can get a lot out of a small garden. We'll walk on to the next one. Sun's a little bright this afternoon. It's starting to set, so it's getting kind of rough out here. Hadn't been real warm the last couple of days. Been rainy and cold and sleeting. It's probably the best time to get out here and do this. Reading you hadn't seen the dirt till now. This is the small garden. This was our garden number 2 last year. You can see it a little better, maybe. Before we had the bean trellis, and let's see, we had spaghetti squash, we had watermelons, we had potatoes in here at one time. My garlic bed. They still laying down, it's still too cold for them. Of course, the onion patch here. We had beans, bush beans here, along with watermelons last year. Our stick beans are grows on this. Pole beans, they call it in the. We've got 6, 7 panels. A little over 30 feet of panel. We plant both sides and let them grow and meet in the middle. We're going to do things a little different, I hope, this year. My greens finally growed over here. Mustard greens finally got big enough to do something. They got planted a little late, but we're going to try to do things a little different, I guess. I hope to move the bean trellis over. It's just not much time left this afternoon, especially shooting a video. But we'll go on to the 3rd and the 4th garden and look them over. I just happened to think about it. I hadn't really made very many shots of our fruit trees. See if we got a few planted here. Apple trees, pear trees, peach trees, mulberry, grapevines, crabapple, elderberry. There's a lycopene berry down there at the bottom. Now the sun's setting, you can see my shadow. On to the third garden. Well, here's garden number 3. And a big mouth dog. He ain't much to see. He's been more or less plowed down. I turned it all back in the fall. I'm going to rearrange it. This is going to be a place for sugar cane and sorghum. Sugar cane's already growing. I might put that in the video too. I ain't got to really show that off either. We're taking this back to my daughter. We've been plowing it and preparing it and letting her grow in it. I'm going to take part of it back because she's not really using it. We're going to leave her some room to plant a few things too. On to the fourth garden. Now here's the fourth garden. This is our newest one. We're going to try to move the potatoes here. Sweet potatoes and white potatoes. Arch potatoes, as some would say. Some people don't know what that is. So we'll just call them white potatoes too. It's a long, narrow garden. We've been trying to make more room so we can grow more potatoes at one time. We're going to try to use it for the potato garden and maybe plant something in between the two. I don't know that I'll go as far as getting out of this walnut tree. I probably need to back off a little bit. I was having fun plowing. It's a pretty good stretch. Sun's got me again. That's kind of what we got planned. I know I didn't really discuss what goes in the big garden, but we'll have to sit down and do that. That covers a lot of ground because we plant pretty heavy and plant 2 or 3 times if we can. Push our plants and try to get as much out of a garden every year as we can get. Hopefully this will make it where I don't have to plant as close and as heavy. It should give me quite a bit more room. But that's a small garden tour. I know it's hard to see. It'll look different when I get it turned with the tractor, hopefully Saturday. But I said I'd show the sugar cane. Here's our 3 trays of sugar cane we done got started. I started early. I know it takes a lot of heat and long season for it to do good, so this has been growing for a while. We'd already have a long season this way. This is some fig trees. 3 of them I bought. There's 5, I believe, in there that I started for cuttings. Some blackberry bushes we're getting started. Our little lemon tree, it's growing. Of course, I got some other trees started. I thought I'd include this in this little video too. Everybody have a good rest of the week. Have a good weekend.